I'd say that the biggest challenges are operability and spiraling cloud costs. The number one thing that you hear people saying today or complaining about today is their cloud cost. But the real problem isn't the cloud cost. It's not the expense itself. It's that they don't really understand the value they're getting out of cloud. They can't connect their cloud spending to the business outcomes that they want. If you go back before cloud, when a business wanted to launch a new product or service, they'd figure out the size of the market, they'd figure out the size they could get, they'd figure out what their software and hardware costs were, and then they were able to determine whether it was a good decision to even create this and know when they made a profit or when they should stop and give up on it. Now we've hidden all that from them, and basically we've left the business behind. When we talk about operability, I think it's important to look at how we got here. The first wave of cloud platforms, I like to call the walled garden. Walled gardens are very standardized and extremely easy to operate, but they're not very flexible, and developers can't just develop whatever they want in whatever language they want, so they're restrictive. The next phase in cloud platforms was a reaction to that inflexibility. That's where you saw Kubernetes, and especially DIY Kubernetes, being built. And those systems were incredibly flexible, but they were extremely difficult to operate because there's no standardization, and they were very difficult to automate. It all came to a head last year when there was a security vulnerability in a library called Log4j. The companies that built these flexible platforms weren't able to adjust and fix this in a reasonable time frame. Everyone knows that they have a problem, they just don't know how to fix it. And that's really where we're going with the third wave of cloud platforms.